Today I'm going to show you how I make between $125 and $375 per hour in my odor removal business. If you've seen any of my previous videos, you may know that I own and operate a carpet cleaning business and a commercial office cleaning business, in addition to the odor removal business. I started cleaning carpet back in 2012, and I started doing commercial office cleaning in 2014. The carpet cleaning business has been very good to me over the years. While it's something that I have enjoyed, it does have some drawbacks. It's a lot of physical work. It can be seasonal depending on where you live. There's a lot of competition, and you really have to continually market if you're a residential cleaner. And trust me, marketing can be very, very expensive. I never really had any intention of doing commercial office cleaning, but it kind of just fell in my lap. One day I was doing a doctor's office and they asked me about doing their commercial cleaning. So commercial cleaning creates a really nice steady residual income, but again, you have a lot of local and nationwide competition. Acquiring good accounts can be very difficult. Plus it's late evening and night work, and that's not really for everybody. When I first got into the odor removal business about 2.5 years ago, I saw it as an excellent opportunity to get into a business on the ground floor while doing something with very little competition and with such a huge profit potential. It required very little investment, no physical work, and no nights or weekends. I debated on even making this video since those of us in the industry kind of regard it as a well-kept secret. But I do know that a lot of people are looking for a real business opportunity to either start a business or expand their business, and really the odor removal business can be either. It's one of the lowest cost real businesses that I know of, and it offers a very high return on investment. The core of most odor removal businesses are apartments and property managers, realtors who will either use you directly or refer you to their clients, and automobile dealerships. These are the groups that I originally had heavily marketed to. When I started my odor removal business, I operated it independent of the carpet cleaning business for a couple reasons. First, I saw so much potential that I'd hoped eventually it would be the only business that I would have. And second, I presented myself as an expert in the field and not just some guy who does a lot of different things. And I believe that's really the thing that set me apart from everyone else. In the carpet cleaning industry, most of us strive to make between $100 and $150 per hour. And of course, that's working hours. And that's a great goal to shoot for, but the reality is that it's just not always possible due to different factors such as the market you work in or even your business model. In the odor removal business, I can hit that $125 to $375 hourly goal on every job. Plus, once you establish yourself to your group of potential clients, you won't have to continually market. Personally, I find apartments to be the easiest, most profitable group to work with. But you can choose any of them, all of them, or just one. I know of several people who just focus on automobiles, and they do very, very well. So really it's up to you on the direction of the business and how you want to take it. But just know that there's a huge market out there for odor removal, and for the most part, no one is serving those potential clients. So with that said, let's move on, and I am going to show you the equipment up close, what I use, and show you exactly how I do it. All right, I brought my equipment in basically to do some cleaning on it. As you can see on this white fan here, we get a lot of dust and stuff through there. And I figured this would be a good time to go ahead and do the video and show you basically what I use. For the most part, everything you see right here is what my business, or the odor removal business, consists of. box fans, ozone machines, and that is also an ozone machine. It's converted over from a shop vac, and a ULV fogger. And other than that, there's only a few small items. You would want a respirator and extension cords and timers for your machine. You'd also want signs to put out on whatever property that you're doing, just stating that there's an ozone treatment in progress. But other than that, this is it. This is by far the lowest cost real business opportunity probably that I've ever seen. And I actually run 9 of these type of machines plus the converted shop vac for a total of 10. But if you're just getting started, I recommend 2 machines, 2 box fans, and while technically you could probably get away without the ULV fogger, I would go ahead and get one of those, and you would really be set up to start your business. And on a typical treatment, if I'm doing, say, an apartment or a home, most of your odor is going to be emanating from the living room and the kitchen. It's just the way it is. Occasionally you may have a bedroom that was, say, smoked in heavily and you need to treat it with its own machine. But for most treatments, I'm running 3 machines. And this is how I set up a typical machine in a room. So this could be in the living room or the kitchen or even at the cold air return, like in a hallway or something. I basically sit the machine on the toolbox that I carry it in, and I'll lay a fan up on the side because ozone is heavier than air, so you want to have some way to get that ozone up high, because the higher you get your ozone up and then let it fall again, the more effective your treatment's going to be. And that's a key thing that's missed by most people who use ozone generators. They'll just take the ozone generator and they'll sit it on the kitchen cabinet and let it kind of go. When you don't get ozone saturation that way. So on a typical treatment, I would have this exact setup in the living room. I would have one in the kitchen, and I would put one on the cold air return. And that would be the extent of it. And I would let that run for, it really depends on the severity of the odor, but I would say average 4, maybe 5 hours, depending on, you know, what I'm dealing with and how bad the odor is. And after that, I usually leave an hour buffer time between the time the timer cuts the machine off and I return. I'll go in, I'll open up the windows wearing my respirator to help, you know, air out any of the residual ozone. And then I would fog with the ULV fogger. I use my own solution made of essential oils. And if you're not familiar with ozone, ozone leaves kind of a lingering smell for a little while. Some people like it, some people don't. But I find it best to go ahead and kind of strip that smell out of the air. So I use that essential oil spray, and it really doesn't take much of it. And it just leaves a really, really fresh scent. And you know that you've taken care of the odors with the ozone. You've taken care of any residual smells with the essential oils. And it makes for a happy customer. But guys, this is it. I mean, this is one of the few businesses that you can start with almost no competition. And remember, a lot of people might offer this as an add-on service, but very few people specialize in it. My business primarily consists of apartments and rental properties and some real estate agents that refer us. But that's basically it. If you have any comments, questions, or whatever, leave them below, and I'll do my best to get back to them.